Hey, howdy, hey, RB, and hey, Killian. That's a familiar name. It's been a little bit. It has, in fact, been a little bit. That is very true. Hope you're doing well. Hang on, folks. Just getting the link set up. Oh, good. OBS is shitting the bed a little early. No, that's actually perfect. I'd rather it shit itself a little sooner than later. That way, hopefully, when I reset it right this minute, it should just be good to go, in theory, right? Awesome. Sounds good, Killian. Well, hopefully it's a good day. Hopefully it's a good day. Right now, grand scheme of things, we are currently... We're about at, like, what I would consider the third way through the game point. We are about to go into our Radon fight. And from Radon is done. Once we get Radon done, essentially, then we are off to the capital at that point. And then from capital to probably Fire Giant, I would consider that the second third of the game. But I mean, I feel like we've gotten pretty damn good at most of this so far. Admittedly, maybe it wasn't the best plan today to set myself up to go right into Radon as my starter pack, but well, choices will be made. Why didn't I have any death? What the fuck was that? Anyways, let me see here. What do I got? What do I have? Okay, Iron Balls plus 12. Got our Golden Vow Dagger. We have our Seal. You don't know how I do this. I get it. You get hit by ants. Dude, honestly, we don't fuck with ants. That's one of the major tricks. And honestly, the thing is it's a lot about like cutting out a lot of what could potentially end in getting hit. That's really like the biggest portion of it for the most part. But no, honestly, yeah, that's really it. It's just cutting out like most of the stupid shit to avoid getting hit. Flask is properly set up, I believe. Let me make sure of that actually. Yes, okay. And this is going to be one where we're using a foul foot on, so foul foot set up.
Before we begin. But now. Oh, the cell.
You know what? I think we got this. I think we're fine. I might not pay attention to chat for a minute here while I'm doing this, but thank you, Chair. I will say the one thing I didn't really mean to go completely streamless this weekend. I kind of meant to continue this run a little bit sooner than later. But mistakes will be made. So, you know, mistakes will be made. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Avoided the arrow. That's good. That's the important one. All right, two-hand. That was an accident. How the double whiff? How in the absolute double whiff? Ugh, I hate to say it. I'm gonna reset that. That's a bad situation. How in the absolute... that is hands down the biggest issue with the balls. Grand scheme of things. Also, I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna take the turtle shell off. It was a nice idea, but honestly, having that extra rotation in my swapping is not... that's not good for me. One more time.
But now, oh, the cell.
There we go. We have to fucking, we have to, bring the elevator back up. Gotta remember that. Balls. Yeah. Yeah, balls. Balls. They're really good. They are really fucking stupid good. Also, this is our man, Cock and Ball. A very reliable character. I've actually been using this exact guy here for doing all my testing, and this is his first time getting to do a live run, so. Or I guess to clarify, I've been using this avatar for doing testing, and now I'm doing a run with this avatar, so yes, that. Okay, cool. Next run, cock and ball torture. See, that's the thing. We actually went for that initially. But the camera, or the text box wouldn't allow it. Also, sorry for forcing you into Torrent's Grundle. I need the camera to work exactly right. And that is the only way to make sure the camera works exactly right there. Alright, good starting RNG. This is fine. This is completely fine. And there we go. Radon put in the grave. Yeah, we tried to do cock and ball torture, but the text box only allows so many characters, so I had to get a little creative with it. Yeah, GG's were done. We hardly knew ye. Alright, now, with both of our remembrances knocked out of the way, we're going to go to round table. Go to round table. We're going to go ahead and... hang on here. Oh, that one doesn't matter. We're fine. Anyway, sidetracking. Go to round table, get our third talisman slot, and then we're going to go ahead and I don't think I've done Marika, or Marika yet, whatever the fuck her name is. But we do need to go do her.
You have now to become the thing as much.
There we go. As a sign of appreciation, she hands us her sack. We're grateful for this, obviously, because, well, we always need a little bit more sack. Spend money. Dump it exclusively into strength. I don't think we have anything else to worry about purchasing right now. I'm pretty sure we just go after our Gillica fight. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's just go to Gillica. So. Now, technically, I could add an extra layer of stealth here if I really wanted to, but it's fine. We're fine. We don't need it. We don't need it here. These guys are, like, oddly respectful of their queen to the point to where they won't come down the stairs to protect her. Even if there is a naked bald man running down her stairs with 2 balls on his hands. I don't know why. They just really don't fucking... They're... That guy was getting a little close. And then he disappeared, which was a little weird. I was not the only one that saw that, right? We definitely saw the fucking specter that was there for 2 seconds. That's an unfortunate miss. But it's okay. Because she dies. And luckily, her little panic attack is more than enough to murder her. So. Anyways, Ritual Sword acquired. And at this point, now we essentially just book it up the hill. We need to pick up a single Smithy 5 on our way. Go ahead and swap the dagger out for the Assassin's Gambit. Katana, there we go. Cool. Something I think I probably should have tested in the spare time that I had here, but I didn't really do it ultimately, and I kind of regret it, was I wanted to kind of see if I could find a quick enough option to do some quick murders on the little horn bambinos that are chilling in the Capitol right at the front gate. There's only really like 2 of them that I want to murder, admittedly, but those 2, well, really like 1 of them is just enough of a threat. And it's just like, goddamn it, I'd really like them to die sooner than later. Because they're just enough of a threat. Just barely enough of a threat. And it's only because the last time we were running this, we got one of them that decided to be fucking cheeky and release 1 singular ball, and it just so happened to tickle us. Which was like, oh, great, okay, fuck me, apparently, great. Anyways, there's a 1 Smithy 5 that we needed. Now we can essentially just book it on out of here. That is a skeleton. I don't think it's a scary skeleton, though. Not a spooky, scary skeleton. Definitely not a spooky, scary skeleton. Draconic Bitch Sentinel. Pray for his downfall. Funny enough, Killian, on this run, honestly, that is probably one of the hands-down easiest fights for us, for the most part. Like, unironically, he is actually bitch-made because of the build that we have. Like, we pack his cheeks out faster than he can even blink twice, and it is mostly funny. I kind of did that a little early. Surely it's not going to be my issue here in 2 seconds. I'm going to just real quickly here... You know, Cock and Balls is fucking twitching. Bro got beat by 2 balls. No, honestly. That's kind of why the name is Cock and Balls, question mark. Because, I mean, like, yeah, if you got your shit absolutely fucking cooked by literally a set of balls like that, I feel like you'd probably not be doing too well afterwards, in all seriousness. It strikes me as one of those things of... Damn, that was a bad day, wasn't it? You know? And it's fine. Like, honestly, I respect it. Like, it was a bad day. Anyways. Alright. Do the setup in the corner. We crag on our balls. Also, I'm terribly sorry for putting us so horribly, horribly close to this abomination of a creature. But it must happen this way. That was an accident. Beautiful. There we go. Cock and balls. Cock and balls, baby! Honestly, it is kind of worth it to pop that on him, isn't it? Normally, I think he's like 60k, and that brings him up to 83k. That's not bad. Okay. Alright, we do that. We only have fire arrows right now. Again, I almost want to test out and see if leveling the bow up would do that. But I think I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it in theory, but probably not right this minute in this exact way. I think what we'll do instead is I'm gonna max out damage without having to remove Assassin's Gambit. And in theory, they should die pretty quickly. In theory. Funny enough, I don't even know if we need the Kukri going forward here. Or at least in this next area. There's not really a situation that requires them here. No, not really. No. It's useful. It is definitely useful to have them, but at least for here, really, we just kind of Assassin's Gambit, and, well, that's supposed to do the trick. There we go. Alright. I don't really need it for here, but I still do it here, because fuck it. Safety first and all that. Something I haven't been doing, but I'm gonna try doing here, since I'm technically doing something slightly different to change results. I'm gonna get this Grace as a backup. Annoying boss beat by 2 balls and a sack. You know, admittedly, that does sound like an unfortunate fate for all it's worth. That does sound like a pretty unfortunate fate for all it's worth. Anyways, run up, beat this ball with my balls. Run down, beat this ball with my ball. Beautiful. See, this is where I start worrying, because I do things differently, and then I change up the fucking formula, and it's wrong, and then I'm gonna end up getting fucking punished for it. Because, like, that's just what happens. But we didn't get punished that time specifically. But I could totally see the universe where I get punished for everything that just happened there. So that, I think I do need to see if there's a better way for me to handle that situation in the future here. And hopefully there is. Anyways. Do this. Flame Grant. Flask. Crag on me balls. Chug. Beautiful. I'm not sure if the extra little bit of invisibility here will help against this tree spirit, but I'm willing to guess that it will. Fucking get demolished. Actually, legitimately, speaking of annoying-ass bosses, by the way, Killian, this motherfucker right here, very annoying. Because very often, like, one of his final things he does is always the same goddamn panic shit. And he always usually does that little laser beam shit, where you have to run away from him. And that is so stupidly annoying on a hit list because any one of those tickle you, you just have to eat it. You just have to say, okay, well, I guess I'm done. Like, you have to basically disengage the boss and hope that you either get the kill completely. Yeah. And then if you try and run away into the little avenue balcony area down here, he just fucking continues to spam it over and over and over again. Non-fucking stop. So just literally turns into that going forward. And it sucks, man. It sucks so much. Like, I don't normally hate that attack too much, because I feel like most tree sentinels... Or, well, I guess to be fair, I don't really fight many tree guardians during this, during the hit list. That's the only one I've fought so far. So you know what? Actually, yeah, I do fucking hate him for hitless. I am not a big fan of him hitless. There are ways of, like, caking them and whatnot, but... frustration, man. Frustration. Alright, we're good. Alright, bitch-ass throws lightning pot, whiffs, he rages horribly. I don't even know why I re-gambited there. This gargoyle does not pose any threat to you unless you go for the seed. He literally only molds and seethes if you go after his seed. Otherwise, you're good, you're fine. The kukri are required here. Or at least kind of barely required here. I was a little worried about that one, because it kind of seemed like he would have heard me there, but we got away with it. Reapply. Alright, we get our unshaven balls. Beautiful. PV when your wife wants to have a kid. Wait, in what context here? The unshaven balls or the balls, the shaven balls? I'm unsure of the meaning. Which direction are we leaning here, man? Are we raring to go or are we not coming in ready? I guess that was an unintentional pun. Please excuse me. Maul if you go for the seed. Oh. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Alright, reapply. Run right through, because for some weird reason, they really honestly just don't want to have their shit bothered. Hey, that's awesome, Jay Goose. I'm happy for you. Happy dinner times to you, buddy. And welcome to the stream. I thought one of them was aggro. That would have been unfortunate for me, obviously. Obviously me. No one else would have suffered from that equation. Okay. Chug. Crag on me balls. Golden Vow. Flame Grant. Run in, run away. Run towards. He has just not been doing that for me lately. Fucking decimated, pissed all over him. Okay, and now, well, not actually right this second, but pretty shortly here, we're going to keep that money in pocket. because we are going to go ahead and run up to the Margit Grace, and we are going to go ahead and go get our balls nice and dirty. Piss man got beat by pissy balls. Indeed. Lazy dinner, just some eggs and toast. Dude, that's fucking base, though. We love our breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner is, like, the best. Legitimately. Like, honestly, the other Monday, last Monday here, I had legitimately just some frozen waffles and some eggs. So, we stand breakfast in this household. I love the fact that the assassin over there has that happen to her, literally hits it with a fucking must have been the wind, and goes back to resting. I can appreciate that deeply. Admittedly, I started to take the reality in Skyrim, because I've been playing Skyrim again, just because, you know, yearly addiction. I've been playing Skyrim again, and I legitimately, at this point, I just take any NPC that cannot see you after your stealth gets too high as them purely choosing to not see you. Like, that really has to be the reality, right? Because honestly, like, otherwise, it's just hilarious. I vehemently believe they just know who you are, and they go, no, we're not doing this. Oh shit, I gotta go get the 1-2 bell bearing. Okay, alright, well, we'll make that happen still. I don't think I picked it up, right? No, I didn't. Okay, gotcha. Alright, okay, so we have to go get the 1-2 bell bearing. That's fine. That's okay. That won't really be anything too painful anyways. Especially now that we've started routing it later. Routing it later has made it so we can get Assassin's Gambit beforehand, and just having Assassin's Gambit just kind of makes it, like, significantly easier. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna do the thing that I am prepped for. Used to play a full heavy armor stealth archer. I can appreciate that. No, I can appreciate that a ton and a half. I can only imagine your ass just sniping somebody from around a corner and then immediately... Because that's one of two things, either. Either one, early game, you were doing this, and where you, like, hopping away while you're crouched, because naturally somehow that just makes you still stealthy. Who fucking knows how? But you're just stealthy enough to get away from enemies, so you can just hear this big ol' ka-chonk, ka-chonk, ka-chonk ass enemy running around corners and whatnot. And then number two is when you have, like, late game stealth, you have the ability to roll and whatnot, so I can just imagine you rolling away. I fucking hate these so much. Oh my god. I don't care how many times I do these, I fucking hate them. I despise them. Full Dragonbone armor. Oh, so that shit was chunkin'. That was some Campbell's chunky ass noodle soup right there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Did you at least have, like, muffle or something like that? Please tell me you at least had, like, muffle. Or were you just going, like, full on balls to the walls, unga bunga, but shh, unga bunga. I could imagine that shit, man. Either way, it's a good time. You know what'd probably kill me? Is if you were doing that, and then on top of that, you chugged, like, a invisibility potion. So in the background of, like, bandits are just hearing this fucking loud shifting armor behind them. Horrifying. Horrifying. I feel like to a certain extent, if you live in Skyrim, you have to come into it with a sense of, like, really anywhere in the Elder Scrolls universe, you have to come into it with a little bit of a sense of, maybe don't piss anything off. And also, if something sounds like it's there, no, it's not. No, it's not. Full archer skill and crouch. That's it. Oh, God. So it was ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk the whole way through. You know that shit was loud and chunky. You know that shit was loud and chunky. Never played Skyrim, but it sounds like cancer. Dude, yes, but it's like the best cancer you've ever had. Like, that's a weird statement, but like, I don't know how to describe it, man. It is legitimately so much fun. I love Skyrim. Skyrim's like, okay, so I guess, Killian, have you ever played Minecraft for what it's worth? Because if you've played Minecraft and you have the Minecraft addiction, that's like the easy bait comparison, I would say. Oh wait, I could probably just... Yeah, I can't do that. Yeet. What was that? It must have been the wind. All 4 versions of... Okay, so in that case, yeah. That is what I would compare it to. Also, I didn't have to buy all the Smithy 3s that I bought, but whatever, we have money. It's fine. Alright, slice our hand open. Run. Still check just to make sure they don't suddenly, like, aggro. So, here's the thing. Having Assassin's Gambit now pretty much makes it so those lads right there just don't notice us. Ever. Like, ever, ever. Wow, we really did not need as many Smithy 3s as I picked up. I should not have bought whatever. I forgore. It's fine. It's a little bit of waste. It is entirely a little bit of waste. Alright, let's see here. Chug. Here's the thing, we don't need to go balls to the walls for this guy, but I'm still going to do it because, well, yeah. Like, he's probably going to die very quickly, but I still do it anyways. Alright, please don't throw. I mean him, not me. I should be fine. Yeah. Literally a toothpick. No toothpick can withstand our balls! I'm sorry. Dramatic acting, I know. At least for Xbox, you know PlayStation has their console-exclusive versions of MC as well. So, yeah, they did. And I don't know why they did this, but they changed it. Like, the PlayStation version, I think after PS3, so PS4 onwards, they made it their Microsoft, like, everybody's connected version, which, comically enough, was actually not better for console. Because I specifically remember the PS3 version of it having, like, unique keybinds that made a lot of the systems a lot more fluid, comically enough. They removed them for the most part, and then, like, now we have, like, some weird amalgamation of the PC and console versions connected together on console. And honestly, I just play it on fucking PC now, because it's just like, what are we doing here? Which makes me sad, because I actually really liked playing it on console. I really did, actually. I think it was also probably because, for those of who of us remember from the console war eras, the PS3 version didn't come out, I think, until like a year or two after the Xbox version came out. Java is hella fun. Java is, honestly, it is really, really fun. I have a lot of fun with Java. I was about to completely lose track of what I was supposed to do there for a minute, which was kind of dumb, but... Alright, don't suddenly, like... Alright, there we go. Plus 13 balls. Starfists, my bad. Crag on me, Starfists. There we go. I'm gonna sell off, I think, this this spear. Braggart's Roar too. I don't need that. Dragon Claw, spear. I have a bunch of shields that I really don't need right now. Do we need this? Probably not. I think the testing proved that I really didn't need this. There we go. Cool. Alright. Say goodbye to the balls. Put on Margaret's Shackle. Okay, we're good to go. I don't... For what it's worth, I don't mind what Bedrock was. Oh, okay, no, we're saying Bedrock is now barely playable after all the updates. Yeah, you're not fucking wrong. You're not wrong. It's a rough time playing that anymore. It's not what it used to be. It is quite sad. But I do, at least in the heyday, I remember having a lot of fun with Bedrock. Like, I would have put Bedrock still above quite a bit. If they hadn't done what they had done to it. But they murdered my boy. They murdered him in cold blood. Alright. Balls are cragged. Flask is full. We have our seal and our Golden Vow Dagger. Margaret's Shackle is equipped. Yeah, we're essentially good to go. Crag on me balls. Okay, there we go. Time to murder. Time to murder the old man. Death to the old man! Death, I say! Totally necessary there, by the way. Totally necessary. I actually have access to Legacy Bedrock. That's fucking awesome. Play Worlds on oh, man, that's awesome. That is some far thinking on that, honestly. Like, nice. Awesome stuff.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorn, a husk, the only way and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide.
Here's the thing.
Let my share them with me.
I don't normally like to talk to Melina here, but I'm gonna do it anyways because, well, fuck it. Old man swallows balls, then dies. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I would say embarrassing, but that would require a standard of some level of pride, I guess, or some level of excellence for Margaret to have fallen from. No, honestly, my man is just known for swallowing balls and dying. To be fair, in Cock and Ball's experience, that literally is all this man is known for doing. Because in Cock and Ball's experience, Margaret shows up, gets Margaret shackled, put to the floor, eats balls, and then dies. And then the second time we meet him, we did it again. Our balls are unshaven this time, sure, but that's... Honestly, if anything, the fact that they're unshaven, he should have had a little bit more of a standard, maybe? I don't know. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, like, here's the thing. I would say, like, a little bit of a shave, and they're like, you know, they're not perfect, they're not clean shaven. But in Margaret's case, no, he just fucking eats it. I do kill this guy. He is the threat to my life, and I will not allow him to live. I do not trust that fucker. He has tried to get me at least one whole time, and that was enough. There we go. Alright, beautiful. Kukri. We need Kukri. There is one Kukri instance here. Alright. Slice open our hand. Old COD's 1 million times better than BO7. I mean, yeah. Like, honestly, there's not really a lot of argument to be made there. You're just right. You're just right. A large part of it, though, honestly, is just the fact that I think they just lost their heart. Like, I think they've legitimately lost what made COD for the most part, and that we've become so desperately saturated in it that it's just like, it happens too frequently. The fact that it's now being divvied up by 3 different companies means at no point do we ever go a year wanting for a shooter game at this point. And it's like, man, I don't know. And I know that the latest map that they released for zombies was another Nuketown. And, like, at some point or another, man, say what you will, like, about how Nuketown's great, but, man, it's hitting fucking Desert Island eating the same meal for eternity stats at this point. It's like, oh my god. BO2 game chat was notorious. I don't remember the game chat about BO2, but I do remember BO2 generally being fun. I do remember generally always having fun with BO2. That much I can say. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not wrong. And unfortunately, the reality is until people start saying, no, enough is enough, I'm not going to do this year, it's not going to change. It's really not going to change. Now, I think in terms of stat-wise, I think that BO7 did pretty poor this year. I think BO7 actually did have a dip in profits, as opposed to, like, their last couple of games. And I don't really know the exact reasoning behind that one, or even if that's, you know, an accurate stat pull. But if I remember from what I was seeing from, like, just a while ago, it didn't do as good. I know for a fact I didn't buy it. I did get BO6. I had a little bit more faith in BO6 overall, but I unfortunately lost most of my faith on that one when they decided to fucking toss their AI shit in there and fuck over their voice actors. That was like a double entendre of, oh, okay, we just don't care anymore. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that motherfucker. Oh, that motherfucker. You saw that shit. Oh my god, we almost got fucked. That would have killed the run instantaneously. I fucking hate the Blackblade Kindred so much, man. Funny enough, I have no qualms with the one in Caelid, which it feels just kind of funny that there's no beef with him, but there is legitimately all the beef in the world with the one in the mountaintops. The one in the mountaintops is not my friend. So if I remember seeing this correctly yesterday... Okay, well, I got it slightly wrong. Okay, cool. I mean, understandable. I do tend to fuck things up ever so slightly. Well, okay. This was dumb. This was dumb. I should not have done this. This was dumb routing. Okay, hopefully they fucking... Okay, they lost aggro immediately. Good. These game devs are on drugs? Nah, dude, it's not the game devs. It's the fucking... It's the fucking, the companies backing them. The big heads at the end of the day. The game devs are like the yous and me's when it comes down to it. It's just they ended up deciding to actually create games overall. The people that end up making most of these choices that fuck us all over end up being the assholes that don't give two shits about games and have never played a game in their life. That's honestly why the Silent Hill series suffered for so long. I mean, like, Silent Hill legitimately suffered for so long because Konami couldn't get it through their fucking skulls that, guess what? Sometimes people like it when their devs actually get a say. And it's only when they decided to start letting their devs have a say again that it started getting better for them. No, honestly, I was so surprised. Genuinely so surprised when Silent Hill 2 came out and it was actually good. I was legitimately beyond impressed. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I thought it was going to be a travesty. I thought it was going to be a nightmare. I thought Konami killed another one. But somehow it turned out good. Somehow it turned out beyond good. And I was smiling right from ear to ear the entire time. Now, was there some things that I didn't necessarily like about the remake? Yeah, there was a handful of things I didn't like about the remake. I'm terrified of that archer, by the way. But, like, that was nitpick stuff at that point. I think they did such an amazing job with it. I thought it was like a true... It wasn't even that fact that it was like a remake that was just done so well as a remake. It was the fact, I think, that it was a remake that was done with its own heart in mind. Like, they had their own ideas to further improve the actual remake. That is something I have not generally seen before. And I was... Oh my god, I was so happy when they did that. I hope to see more remakes like that in the future. Admittedly, maybe less remakes overall. But if I have to see a remake, I want it to be a remake that wears the name but is its own entity at the same time. I would never put OG Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 2 Remake in the same room as being the same game. Because they're just not. Okay. I got this Grace. And I think what we're gonna do here real quickly is I'm gonna go buy the stones. And we're actually gonna make this where we go and level up our balls. This is a bit early from what I normally do, but I want to basically be able to grace out if for any reason something bad happens with the dragon. Because there is, unfortunately, a run that got really shafted by that dragon. And I do want to keep that in mind going forward, so... I think I'm going to pop this one here, and I'm going to... no, I don't want to wait to buy the rest of the runes. That's honestly just kind of goofy. Buy that one. How much are we looking at a piece? 1,200 a piece here? Okay. Alright, gotcha. Alright, need an extra 7. We might have enough cash in pocket here to just kind of cover the cost. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Ideally, I don't want to spend so much money that I end up having an abundance again. I want to have just enough to meet the requirements here and then get through. So.
I didn't want to be doing much. Just lay out.
Fucking Gostock is at it again. Damn pickpocketer. No, Actually, no, wait, we haven't been killing Gostock in this case. No, we haven't been killing Gostock lately. Unless you got Gostocked, which in that case, I am terribly sorry that, Gostock. How much do we need here? How much do we need here, actually? We're currently 17, 18, 19, so probably about 2k, question mark? So 2,500 should cover the cost, then. Should. There we go. We get up to 19. I don't think we do... No, wait, no, we do have one more stealth tech. One more stealth tech to worry about. He touched ya? Ah, bastard. You fucking jerk. Jerkin Garkin. Okay. I wonder if it would help for me to Assassin's Gambit on the lake here. Like, I don't want it to seem like this guy is such a massive issue, but at the same time, it's just kind of one of those things of like, it happens once, and you want it to literally be never again. I think maybe what I'll do here is I'll run slightly closer to the bayside here, so that way, hopefully, I kind of avoid a majority of it. Or he fucking spawns in anyways, because he's a fucking dickhead. Stupid asshole dragon. God, I fucking hate this guy. I hate him so much, man. Borealis isn't even a fun boss fight. That's not a hot take. That's a cold-ass take. It wouldn't even be that unreasonably bad if his shit boxes... Oh my god, I almost fucking scared the shit out of myself there. Normally speaking, I'm able to run in there and grab those without any problem, but for some reason the dogs just decided to super aggro today, apparently, so, you know, fuck me, I guess. Understandable. You know, honestly, with that in mind, where is that dog over to my right? Okay, he's not invisible range. I am just gonna fucking... I never even bother Assassin's Gambiting here, but fuck it. I'm feeling a potential for fuckery, some shenanigans, so I'm just gonna over-prep ever so slightly for this one instance. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright, I do want the map because the map makes me feel better. That OCD do be OCDing. There we go. Cool. Alright, getting close to where I should be hitting my, Why does that hand jump? What was the point of that hand jumping there? I wasn't even close to that hand. That hand had no reason to be all yumpy like that. Alright, Assassin's Gambit. Only for the massive hand. Gotta hand it to the massive hand. It scares me just enough. And I do not care to play games with giant fucking fingers. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's do it. Time to murder Fire Giant. Preferably with extreme prejudice. Ideally in cold blood. We do... Well, I mean, I'm not going to worry about it here, because we shouldn't really be worrying about our lower bar anyways, so we should be okay. That's fight your favorite boss. You know, it's funny, I actually really like Fire Giant 2, admittedly, but for some reason in, like, the no-hit community, a lot of people just kind of fucking hate him. Like, and it mostly comes down to like 2 or 3 attacks of his that are just otherwise kind of asinine and bullshit. This being kind of one of them, but not exactly. Alright, big Staggerino. Alright, beautiful. Alright, not amazing, but it'll do. Oh, he's fireballing. And he's sitting on top of his fireballs, which is also lame. Alright, so we have 2 options here. One is we wait for the fireballs to dissipate. The other is we try to pop them. I usually lean more towards the alternative route of popping them. But he was kind of scaring me on his procedure. Alright, fire breath. No, you don't. You do not get to do that. You fucker. You big ol' butthole. You stinky banana. Okay, cool. Easy. Cake. Alright, all this money can be pumped right into leveling. And then we need to pretty much save the Remembrance, and I think the 50k rune as well. If I remember right, for what you call it, for leveling 2 plus 24. Otherwise, we will be at a deficit. Honestly, a good way of going about it, Jay. My first time was very stupid. My first time against him was pretty fucking dumb, admittedly. I did not understand the assignment in multiple ways. I went in with a Sword of Night and Flame, and I think I literally just spammed jump attacks the entire time. I keep doing that. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna fucking Golden Seed it. I keep doing it, so I might as well do it. Let's do it. Anyways. Yeah, no, I was very dumb on it. I had no status conditions on it initially, and I don't even think I was using the Ash of War necessarily for most of the fight. I think I was literally just spamming jumping attacks the entire time. For all 40k health. Yes, for all 40k health. It was bad. It was a bad time. Remember when 69 was the number? Yeah. It still is. Let's be real here. It still is. 69 will never not be nice. 69 will never not be nice. Oh, whoops. I forgot we don't watch cutscenes here. I try to take the whole 6-7 thing with a grain of salt, admittedly, because in one way I do kind of understand and respect the fact of like, yeah, you know what, it's not really my meme, but also at the same time I try to understand where it's coming from as a joke, and really it seems to me like the joke behind it is more so just being bait. Like, it really just screams to me more like it's more so just, like, stupid bait to be like, you don't get the joke. And, like, that's where I'm getting it from as a perspective. It's very rage bait, if anything. That's where I look at it and I see it. But it doesn't mean I like it. Far fucking from. Alright, there we go. Hear Gen Alpha screaming it in the shop. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say on it. It sure is a thing. This motherfucker. This stinky ass bitch ass dragon really made me reroute twice. I don't normally get fucking baited by double lightning like that, but apparently today is the day. Whatever, it's fine. It's not that deep. I mean, for the most part, it's not that deep. Alright, they get baited. Beautiful. Now we start running, because one of them decided to aggro to us anyways, because ha ha ha, funny. I think I need to reapply about right here. I try not to be, like, terribly mad about it. Because, like, I don't know, I try to understand it, but at the same time, I don't care for it, so I'm not trying to be like, you know, a hip old man or some shit. But I guess I also look at it from the perspective of I had, like, fucking E growing up. And I don't know, like, I try to think about whether or not E was any more brain rot than 6-7 is, in all seriousness. I don't think it is. I want to say E is at least, like, slightly less brain rot, but I think also that might just be a sliding scale at that point, so, I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay. Grace acquired. Now we need to go get, sleeping pots. So let's go get sleeping pots. This is also where we get the crafting kit.
And I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carlin.
He is in fact Kale. That is true. Alright, there we go.
Goodbye.
It doesn't really matter what I do with these, I just need the resources, so... there we go, and at the same time, this gets changed into bleed grease. And that, I think, is everything. Yeah? Yeah, that is everything. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it, isn't it, Jay? It's like, they essentially fall into that same category of kind of like meaningless stupidity. I want to say, I think if I had to, I would personally say E is funnier overall, because I think it's because I can associate it with the whole like Markiplier meme and the imagery of Markiplier being Lord Farquaad. That's where at least I associate it. And there's also what was it? The EA Sports, but it's E. Like, I don't know, like, I think I find that generally funnier because it's more just, like, cemented in a meme concept, as opposed to me seeing people literally just go 6-7 and fucking moving their hands back and forth. Now, the one thing I will say that I have found funny, weirdly, about 6-7 is the number of times I've had shit come across my life now since that has happened, where unfortunately, because of the circumstance of something, I just have to unfortunately relate it to 6-7. So it's so unfunny that it just makes real scenarios where I accidentally go through a 6 and a 7 funny. And that's the only time otherwise. But, like, it's not that 6-7 is funny, it's that fucking the circumstance of it is. Man, fucking memes. Fucking memes. Alright, here we go. Excuse me? Alright, there's one. And there's a 2. Alright. Alright, Twink needs to go down first. Alright, beautiful. Plenty of damage. Alright, now, whoever spawns in next, we have more than enough. Alright, beautiful. Sleepy time. Absolutely decimated. And I do not trust that because I've had that happen before. He fucking literally gets up with 1 health. And we didn't lose the run on that one, but it still scared the shit out of me. So, we don't test the waters. Alright, there we go. I don't actually think we have any more Kukri instances at this point in the run. I think we're officially past the Kukris. I think so, at least. Oh, wait, before I do that, I don't need to light this Grace, because it's literally like a run and a skip down the hallway, but it's fine. I'd rather light this one real quickly and just go level up my balls. Hey, Randall! And yeah, 0 hits so far. Not too shabby. A little bit of a hiccup earlier on with Radon, where it almost turned into a shit show, but luckily, instead of going against better intuition, I reset the situation, so he did not get to pound me silly. Which is good news, for the most part. Here's the thing. I'm going to put the fire arrows in that slot, so that way I don't accidentally do the backwards thing here. Alright, this will be the final level up of the run. Well, at least in terms of balls. Our balls are final level up right there. And actually, at this point, we can... Shit, I'm just going to go back to Hugh real quickly and pop all my runes, because Officially, money just goes right into leveling up now. So. There we go. There we go, 76. Not too shabby. I forget every single time which one is which, but I'm pretty sure it's altar that we want. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I technically save that level up for after I'm done here. I go down to the balcony grace and do it there, normally speaking, but I changed my mind, apparently. So. I do that. Run here. Slash that wall. That guy gets distracted. We love to see it. Can't stop with the ball jokes. No, honestly, like, keep them up. Keep talking balls, please. Feel free to balls it up. The more you talk about balls, the less likely I'm going to throw. I'm sure of it. That's surely got to be the winning charm here. It's a ballsy play, but I'm willing to appreciate it. Alright, slice my hand open one more time here. That Crucible Knight shall never see me. I am stealth. I am stealth himself. I am the stealthiest pair of balls you have ever seen. Call me solid balls. Damn balls of steel running with birds with your balls exposed. Yeah, no joke, honestly. It's a little dangerous, admittedly, but, you know, man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Okay, anyways. Slice my hand. Crouch walk it in. Hop over the fence. Wait for the lightning to dissipate, because fucking do not ever test that shit. Okay, that did do the damage. Good. Wait. Okay, alright, he decided to be a pisshat about it. Okay, sure, whatever. Change this back out to Finger Seal. Reslice my hand. Alright, we are going to Chug, Flask, Crag on Balls. Reslice my hand, because I fucking do not want this running out at the wrong time. Do that. Reslice hand. I know this is a lot of Assassin's Gambiting, but, like, I legitimately do not want this to run out the wrong time. These birds are hands down, like, the scariest fuckers for the entire run. Oh, shit, wait, actually, there is one more Kukri instance coming up here. It's not really as important of a Kukri instance, but, like, it's still enough. That I should, in fact, count it as important. It's this one fucker right here. Like, his worst thing he can do to me is shoot down lightning, but that lightning should still be feared for all it's worth. Right, do that one more time. Oh, of course he decided to actually, like, fucking aim it this time. This son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Fuck you. You're lucky there's no hole there. That son of a bitch. I'm gonna sit down because I don't trust that that lightning won't just suddenly appear up here one of these days. I really don't. Oh wait, shit, no, there is one more katana slicer that we need. Might have enough for one level up. No, we do not. Okay, fair enough. Okay, alright. Well, we're essentially ready. Two-hand the katana for right this minute. I don't want to test the theory. Theories shall not be tested here right now. Just passing by. Don't mind me. Okay. Two-hand. Okay, and away we go.
Thou who approacheth destined death. I will not have it stolen.
Kind of bad starting RNG, admittedly. But it worked out. It really worked out. Oh, you gotta be fucking me. How the fuck did that tickle me? I deserve that. I got fucking... I got peeved. Ah. I got fucking... Ah, god damn it. That's dumb. The worst part is that honestly was probably gonna be it. But unfortunately, Malekith bitch ass just fucking hit me with the fucking two-man slicer. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. We can still PB. We can still PB. Thing is I think we did actually have that in the bag for what it was worth. It's just unfortunate that Malekith just literally tickled me at the wrong time. Also, I kind of timed this out poorly. Let's finish tonight's run strong. Let's finish it strong. Let's get at least something. Really? He's doing the same attack again? For what it's worth, that attack actually legit sucks. Okay, wrong? Not how you're supposed to do that, buddy. Sure, yeah, okay. Thanks, Malekith, time waster. Fucking time waster. He's doing it wrong! Fucker! Stop doing the wrong fucking attack, you dick! See, he knows he's fucking around, because he wants me to lose. There we go. That's the one we want! Because it leads to a big meaty on his head. And unfortunately our buffs are probably a little bit tickled out right now. Not as bad as I thought they were, but it's still... Damn, we missed an attack there, which is bad. That means we have to deal with more of his second phase than we normally have to. Okay, alright. Not amazing. I guess Malekith needs more practice. It's fine. It should kind of just come down to Malekith being as easy as pie, for what it's worth. Like, the formula is there. I just need to practice what to do, I guess, in the case where he says, fuck you, I'm not gonna play by your formula. Which I know how to fight the boss for the most part. It's just, if you play by the formula, it sets it up so that second phase essentially just gets nuked. So, unfortunately, that's not what happened. Oh well, whatever. Technically, at this point, leveling up strength actually isn't even important to us anymore. We actually have so much strength at the moment that, yeah, technically we're at 93 strength with all of our stat boosting gear, and then we're actually at 103 with all the extra on top of that. So. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer. Now here's what I can definitely say, is I'm pretty confident that our Gideon should not be an issue at all. We officially have a way of scripting his ass into infinity and beyond, so it should not be a problem. Still, that's unfortunate, man. That's so unfortunate. A fucking tickle and a half later, and the run gets fucking decimated. More than you would want it to. Alright. Do that. Do this. Two hand.
I knew you'd come to stand
Bleed
before the
grease.
Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas.
And fucking deleted. Thank you for stopping by. It was so nice knowing you. You know what? Actually, I feel like mocking him a little bit.
Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
There we go. Yeah, I guess he was all-knowing, wasn't he? Whoops. Alright, bleed grease done. We don't need bleed grease anymore. It's funny, as far as it stands for this entire run, actually, I'm thinking about it, we really only need one bleed grease. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think we actually legitimately only need one bleed grease, now I'm thinking about it. Because I think with how I have this rerouted, we delete both of the NPC fights in this game without any bleed at all, so we don't need bleed for them anymore. I'm sorry, no, we do need 2 bleeds. We need 2 bleeds. Well, I mean, technically we need 2 bleeds. Because, I mean, we don't even really need it for what you call it. It's not even really required for the Godskin duo anymore. Huh, honestly, with that in mind, maybe I do just go pick up the bleed greases that are in Weeping. It would technically shorten my time in, what you call it, by, like, a small amount. Not a huge amount, but enough where it's like, okay, well, we don't have to do that anymore. Because really, we just use the bleed grease literally to just pop Gideon's head. That's it. That's the only reason. Anyways. Mr. Horaloo. That should set up pretty well. Deletion of the old man. Deletion of the old man.
Thy strength befits thee.
I love you, Hora. But I am sorry that I have to turn you into a meme. I had to put the old man down. Like Scoob, we had to put the old man down. Poor bastard. I love him. And I think at this point I do a little bit of mind. There we go. Yeah, little bit of mind. Not a lot. We don't really need a lot. We don't really have any status conditions at this point, so it's all essentially just raw fucking strengths. But I like to have a little bit of extra mind here in order to essentially, hopefully, if I can, not have to re-flask to buff, and save my buffs for after. So, ideally. Decided to use the crystal sword for some reason. I mean, it does look cool, admittedly, but yeah, that might have led to a little bit of a bad time. I could see that. Crystal sword, the rotten crystal sword, pretty good. Then you use the dual greatsword strats on him. Nice. Alright. Bonk. Nope. Yay! Okay, alright, we'll fucking take it. For what it's worth, new PB, baby! New PB! Can't hate it. That man is covered in God cum. And I find it problematic. Anyways. Alright, let's give it up to cock and balls. Let's give it up to cock and balls. Turns out, honestly, and it does make me sad. It does make me slightly sad, for what it's worth. Because, like, yeah, you know what? I didn't want to lose the run to Malekith. And it's a little annoying that he got me with, like, literally a fucking clip, essentially, is what it came down to. And it could have even been a PB of 1 if I had done slightly better. And not gotten baited by it, but, you know, you take what you can. You take what you can. So. Either way, you know what? I can't complain. Here we go. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one here. And we are down to 2 hits. Not too shabby. That's pretty good. Honestly, I'll take that. I will take that. Alrighty. Well, shit. I hate to say it, but on that note, I'm fucking, zipping and zooping right now, and I normally like to, do these runs with, like, half and half in this case, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight, in all seriousness. I mean, we've been going for about an hour and a half, so that about works out in the grand scheme of time frame. I am gonna probably do this... I don't know if I'm gonna do this tomorrow, necessarily, but we'll see. We'll see. I think in this case, there's a good chance I probably will end up continuing the running while I have it fresh. And... Oh, why isn't that updating? Hang on here. Oh, that's why. Because I had the wrong input. Understandable. So. Well, folks, I think that is going to have to be it. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your nights. Take good care of yourselves. Get some food, some sleep, whatever your time frame of the world is. Just take good care of yourselves. As always, if you enjoyed the run and you had a really good time with me, then, be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot and a half to me. Helps the stream out a lot and a half too. And in all seriousness, yeah. So. But, anywho, folks, take good care of yourselves. I'll see you all later. Woohoo to the new PB! I'll take it. Good night, guys.